All right, so we're finally getting into the huge battle that we've been waiting for, not just, since this arc has started, but for years, pretty much. I mean, since post-time skip, Fishman Island. But now, I guess we're getting into the end of this arc, or what could be considered the beginning of the end of this arc, because we're like 78 chapters into it at this point. And now we're getting into the big battle where everybody is going to get to go against each other, and we're actually going to see some finality to some of these matchups, I suppose, and some of these storylines as well. So that being said, 78 chapters. I guess it's not going to go too much longer than this point. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point that Wano is going to be the longest arc in the series. Before this, pretty sure it was like Dressrosa. It was like a little over 100 or somewhere around there. So now that we're at 78, I guess it's going to have like 30 or 40 chapters more at this point. I'm just taking a guess. And I'm banking on Oda just writing this out. Like, from here on out, we're just going to get just massive battle sequences and big story developments. Because I think this is probably going to line up to what he said like 2 years ago or something. Where he said that Wano was going to make Marineford look cute. Or at least he was implying that he was talking about Wano. Pretty sure he was. I mean, it makes sense because in my opinion, this is a better lineup than what Marineford had. And the only thing I really see hindering this right now is the prospect of Kaido's backstory, which is fine because it's fascinating in my opinion. I would love to see Kaido's backstory, how he rose to power and why he's so powerful and everything. Probably something similar to Big Mom's upbringing, as well as, how we got her backstory randomly out of nowhere towards the end of Whole Cake. But anyway, so we're coming to the scabbard straight up wounding Kaido. This is incredible. I, of course, did not expect this. I mean, I thought they were going to have some kind of moment because they kind of earned it, after waiting 20 years, which is, talked about in this chapter, of course, but did not expect their blades to pierce him. And a very interesting thing here is that Kaido's like, they're using Odin's Ryo. So they kind of always had that super armament hockey that was revealed in this arc that we saw Odin use to damage Kaido back in the day. But they had it, they learned it from him, or maybe they've just been saving this. They've been holding on to this trump card that they had specifically for Kaido. And it's incredible. I love this sequence. I love that, Kaido's finally vulnerable for once. But also, I'm pretty sure that I'm seeing the writing on the wall here. Now, I was always wondering, okay, how is Luffy going to defeat Kaido? Because he got one-shot by him when they went against each other, and, he's only trained so much. Yes, he has learned Ryo. He has gotten, the Mile power-up from training in the Udon prison and everything, but is that really enough to take down Kaido? Not really, but what I'm thinking here is that Kaido is going to be pretty damaged going into his final battle with Luffy here. I think the Scabbards are going to put up a really good fight, and then most of them are going to die here. And I didn't expect them to die, or at least most of them to die, but, Kinemon, his dialogue drop here is making me think that's going to happen. He will be the one standing atop these seas. Even if all of us die, he will still be standing. So I'm thinking that's probably alluding to they're all going to die, or at least most of them. And then the effort that they gave, the sacrifice that they made, is going to allow Luffy and Kid, maybe, and Law, possibly, whoever's going to be there at the end to take down Kaido. So then we're coming to the other awesome sequence where Big Mom and Luffy are coming face to face for the first time since Whole Cake, I'm pretty sure. And of course, we have some serious beef there between the two. We all know how Whole Cake played out and why Luffy is so hated by Big Mom. But this sequence, along with what I'm going to talk about after this, makes me think that Big Mom might not be like a complete ally to Kaido in this battle. And this might turn into just an all-out battle royale. It might not just be two sides like what we originally thought, like the Straw Hat, Mink, Ninja Alliance and all that stuff, Samurai. It might be the Beast Pirates versus Big Mom and whoever she has with her at that point, which I'm assuming whoever was on the ship, they'll probably show up too. And then against the Alliance. Because, first of all, Big Mom doesn't care that Kaido is going to die. We knew that. She doesn't really care about anything. She's like a full-blown psychopath. And also Kaido getting out of the picture helps her regardless. But we see Marco with Sparrow. They're kind of teaming up. Because they're furthermore, why is Marco entering the front door accompanied by Charlotte Sparrow? So they're going to work together for a little bit, and it makes sense because they have a common enemy in the Beast Pirates. Even though he does have beef with Marco for tipping over the ship, he seems to have more of a beef against King, and whatever else is going on over there, because he's trying to get back to Big Mom. But also, I was always curious about Perospero. I was like, why is Oda kind of like making him out to be not a complete, like, unredeemable psychopath like most of the other Charlotte children? Because he has some weird redeeming moments in Whole Cake. Like, he gives, like, the candy to those kids. And also, like, I mean, just off the top of my head, that's, like, the biggest, like, face moment that he has. And I was wondering, like, why is that going to happen? And it might be because he straight up might be helping, like, the Alliance here to take down the Beast Pirates or whatever. And that's another reason that I was talking about why this might be a battle royale, because, Perospero is obviously going to reunite with Big Mom very soon, and they're going to talk or something, and then they're going to be like, screw it, let's just take down everyone or something like that. The last man standing win. But then we're coming to the end of the chapter when Kaido goes into his, full-blown Zoan form and takes them to the top of Onigashima. Bad move by Kaido, even though it doesn't really matter because he's, the boss of the game, so he can really do whatever he wants. But I like that the Scabbers are, like, still on him and while they go up there. And then, so this is going to take us to, I guess, the first big battle, like I was talking about. Like, I really do have faith that Oda is going to show us, like, finality to the Scabbards fighting Kaido, which will unfortunately lead to a lot of their deaths, if not all of them. But the big reveal here that we all knew was coming because they set it up purposely so that this could happen is that the Minks are in the full moon here, and we see Nekomamushi in this final panel going into his Sulong form. So of course that means all the other Minks there, Shishilian, Inuarashi, and then of course Carrot. She's going to go back into her awesome Sulong form. This is going to be incredible, and this is what they obviously needed for sure. And how powerful are they going to be at this point? Oh, man. I mean, we can only speculate. But, like, Nekomamushi and Inuarashi in their base forms are already, more or less Yonko Commander level. I'm pretty sure that's what Oda was telling us, the way that they were able to go tit for tat with Jack for multiple days. I mean, even if they're not, like, right-hand Commander level, they're, like, top 3, top 4 Commander level, if that makes sense. So in their Sulong form, which is an outrageous boost that we've seen, Peckham's and Carrot get, they're obviously going to get the same thing, but even more than them. So this is going to be absolutely insane, and I cannot wait for the next chapter. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. How strong do you think Nekomamushi and Inuarashi are going to be at this point? If you like the review, guys, please give it a like. I also have a Patreon and a Twitch now. And so you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.